Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Let's Play Bloons BTD5 Deluxe Edition. In this episode we are continuing on with the hard mode difficulty thing. Alright, so let's see. In the last episode, episode 100, I did Apocalypse on Park Path, and that was a pretty bad idea for me. Just because it was, in like 30 minutes I built like the most amazing, unstoppable defense ever and stuff, and then for the next hour and 20 minutes I was just sitting there waiting and not doing anything, and it was just ridiculous. So, I'm probably never going to do Apocalypse ever again. Maybe for the 200th episode I'll do Apocalypse again, but definitely not doing it anytime soon. Alright, so in this episode we're going to Ocean Road, I think it's called. So that's cool. I still like this track just because it brings back memories from Bloons Tower Defense 4, which, when Bloons Tower Defense 4 was new, I was like, man, these graphics are awesome. I love this game. It's so great and everything. And then Bloons Tower Defense 5 came out and I started playing it. It's like, oh, these graphics are amazing. I love this game. And then I looked back and started playing Bloons Tower Defense 4 again. I was like, this wasn't quite as good as I remember. But obviously the track is the same. I mean, it has a visual update, but same basic track, so it's pretty cool. But let's see. So first thing I'm going to do after building the boomerang thrower is get out a banana farm. And again, I just always feel like making a comment about how some people are like, oh yeah, terrible tower placement, blah blah blah. Well, that actually seems like a really good place for the boomerang thrower. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe there's a better place, but that seems like a pretty good place because of the way that the boomerang arcs and gets around that corner pretty well. And obviously I haven't exactly leaked any balloons yet, so that's pretty good. And obviously, of course, as soon as I say that I haven't leaked any balloons, I almost leak one, or two or whatever. But now that I've increased the multi-target, apparently, wait a minute, was I remember someone made a comment, but now I can't remember exactly what the comment was. I think they were saying that a 1-0 monkey attacks slightly faster than a 0-1, or that like upgrading these glaive thrower and multi-target, I think they said that makes it throw faster, either like the glaive moving faster or like faster attack rate, although now I can't remember. They might have meant the sonic boom and the red hot rings. I have to go back and look at that comment, but just sort of like a shout out, I guess, to one of my subscriber people, Stanley Chappell, I think. Just because pretty sure that's a he. I always feel like confused, like whether or not whether or not I can assume someone's a guy or a girl just by their name. But Stanley, I mean, that's kind of a guy's name. But then I feel like if it was a girl, then that'd be kind of insulting. But anyways, that person, Stanley, has been making a lot of comments on like my previous videos, giving advice and stuff, or correcting me and stuff. Which at first, like, the corrections are always like, "Hey, man, what do you think you are?" But it's like, obviously, it's fine for him to correct me. Who do I think I am? But anyways, just sort of like a semi shout out, like thanks to him for commenting so much. Even though I don't respond to like any of his comments, but I do read them, and it is good to know, one, that someone's watching, and two, that someone actually cares enough to comment and correct me and give advice and stuff. Even though half of the advice, it's just like, yeah, I kind of figured that, but then I just ignore it. This is very nice to just ignore advice like that. But a lot of the times when people give me advice, specifically for Bloons Tower Defense, I feel like, yeah, that's good advice, but what I'm doing works somewhat. Like, it works enough. It works well enough for me to not be losing every match, so I'm just going to stick with what I'm doing, and then whenever I get to the point where I literally can't beat something, then I'll start paying more attention to the advice. So, yes, it's good for you to leave advice, because then other people might see it, and they might actually listen to it. And I am technically listening to it, I'm just not following it. But, so yeah, keep leaving advice, that's fine, but just know that I'm probably not going to listen to much of it until the game gets a little bit harder. Kind of like Bloons Monkey City, which, speaking of, I think I should be posting a video of that today. Obviously I haven't recorded one yet, but also today I actually was kind of afraid that I wouldn't be able to post anything, because today is my mom's birthday, so I've got to like do stuff for that, like, you know, have dinner and clean the house and all that, and I actually still have to go buy a gift / card or something, because I'm really bad at like birthday stuff. I'll usually remember to send like a birthday text or tweet or something, but other than that, I'm really bad at birthday stuff. But anyways, that one blue balloon got through, so that's kind of lame, which means I should probably start upgrading these, this boomerang thrower. Alright, so now that it's bionic boomer, that should be good. And I know that, at least in the beginning of this Let's Play, I really wanted to use a large variety of towers and switch up my strategy every turn and everything, or every round, not round, every level. But now I'm basically doing the same thing every time. And that's mostly just because I know that this strategy works, so I'm just comfortable reusing the strategy, because obviously I need to, even if I use the same towers, I still have to use different tower placement, because the track is obviously different. But I'm just comfortable using this general strategy, so I'm just gonna keep using it. and I know that this is the deluxe edition, so people would probably like to see like the engineer and the balloon chipper, because those are the deluxe exclusive towers. But really, I'm just so used to using the other towers that I hardly ever use them, obviously, like you have seen if you've been watching my videos. So yeah, sorry for any of you that really want to see the engineer and the balloon chipper and stuff, but I just hardly ever need them because all the other towers are good, which I think is actually kind of a strength to this game, that you don't have to use like every single tower. If you find just a few that work, then you can just use those, and you can really, like, each person has their own preference for what towers they want to use, so I think that's pretty cool. Positive of the game, not a negative. Even though at some point it does seem like, well, if you only need like 3 towers, then it seems like you're just kind of a waste of all the other 20 towers or however many there are. But I should really count that one day. But I don't want to count it. Don't feel like counting. But you know what? Because I made such a big fuss about it, I guess. I didn't really make a fuss, but oh wait, next round there's a bunch of camo. So let's use a ninja monkey, and let's see how well I can upgrade it. Yeah, it's decent. Yeah, I'll probably survive this round with just that one ninja monkey, because obviously it's doing a pretty good job at popping everything. Plus, I'll have a second chance to pop everything once they come around this side. And the not balloon ricochet, the what's called not distraction, seeking shuriken. That's what it is. The seeking shuriken is pretty useful. Pretty much always, it's pretty much always useful. Even if you're doing a path busting strategy where you're just shooting down a straight line, just in case you start leaking some, then it's pretty useful to have. Alright, so now I'm just gonna wait for the balloon jitsu just to fully optimize my ninja monkey. And then after that, I'll throw in an engineer and maybe a balloon chipper or something. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, obviously I kind of do, but alright. So that Banana Republic I have in the bottom corner is giving me 750 cash every round, which is a nice little boost, I suppose. And you know what? Now there's actually something I kind of want to try. Although right now I still need camo lead detection. Yeah. I'm gonna use a monkey village. I'm gonna try to get like the fastest attacking boomerang thrower possible. I'm going to upgrade this monkey engineer. Oops, wait. I'm not gonna upgrade it on the left side. I'm gonna upgrade it on the right side. Alright, I'm gonna upgrade it on the right side to overclock to make I was gonna say monkey thrower, boomerang thrower, bionic boomer. That's what it is. Gonna make the bionic boomer have its turbocharge ability to increase its attack rate, the overclock ability, which I think increases its attack rate, and then use the monkey village call to arms ability to again increase its attack rate to make it just super awesome and like destroy everything, hopefully. And then plus because it has double Renga and the specialty building, that thing should just destroy a MOAB, and maybe even a BFB, depending on how well it does. But once this round is over, I'm gonna, what would be the term for that? Like, sell and replace? Like, not like replace as in your, like replacing it with something else. I guess that doesn't describe what replace means, but, you know what I mean, I think, maybe. You've seen me do that before, hopefully, unless this is your first episode or something. If episode 100 was your first episode, that'd just be ridiculous, but, yeah, if this is your first episode, episode 101, yeah, what I do there is, because I have Monkey Tycoon, the deluxe upgrade, I can sell towers for the same amount of money that I bought them for. So the Monkey Village, when any tower is within its range, which is increased now because of bigger beacons, another deluxe upgrade, whenever something is within its range, it costs 10% less. So if I built it all without it being in the Monkey Village range, then say it'll cost $1,000 or 1,000 cash, then now when I sell it for the 1,000 that I bought it for, I can now buy it again for 900 because it's within the Monkey Village range. So that's a general tip if you have Monkey Tycoon, just to save some money if you've already built stuff without the Monkey Village. So it's pretty useful like that. Alright, so now, let's see, I've got the turbocharge ability. Overclock is going to cost 13,000, which is really expensive. The Monkey Intelligence Bureau Call to Arms is going to be 25,000, which is also very expensive. So what I'm going to do is actually build another banana farm to help out with those payments, or that amount of money. So actually right now it's around 45. So what I'm going to do, or actually first, the Monkey Intelligence Bureau says the Bureau grants special balloon popping knowledge to all nearby towers, allowing them to pop all balloon types. Now, as far as I can tell, all that means is that the bomb towers can now pop black balloons and zebra balloons, the ice towers can now pop white balloons and zebra balloons, and any sharp dart type object can now pop lead. And it already has the radar scanner ability upgrade thing from previous. Wow, that actually didn't pop. But from the previous upgrade, the radar scanner. So everything can already pop camo detection, or already has camo detection. Alright, so next time there's a MOAB, I'm going to try the turbocharge ability and see how much easier it is to pop one of those. But anyways, the Monkey Engineer now can pop lead, and the Ninja Monkey can pop lead because of the Monkey Intelligence Bureau, which is a very useful upgrade. Because having the Ninja Monkey be able to pop lead, one, allows for camo lead detection, and because I have the Bionic Boomer, that also allows for camo lead detection, and even the Monkey Engineer, which doesn't have camo or lead popping abilities, now because of the Monkey Intelligence Bureau, and of course partly because of the radar scanner, it's able to pop camo lead, so that's pretty awesome. Let's see. I'm not going to keep these at just the Banana Republic, because that only gives me 750 each, which is 1,500 or 1,500 per round, which is a decent amount of money, but not enough. I'm going to wait until I get up to 13,610 cash, and then I'll buy, obviously, the upgrade that costs 13,610, the Banana Research Facility, which will allow me to have 3,000 cash per round per Banana Research Facility. So obviously with just one, it'll be 3,750 because of my Banana Republic, and then once I upgrade the second one, it'll be up to 6,000 every round, which means it'll only take 2, maybe 3 rounds for me to upgrade my overclock ability, and then it'll take me about 4 or 5 rounds to upgrade the Monkey Intelligence Bureau to the Call to Arms ability. So that'll be pretty useful. Alright, and that'll be just 9 rounds total, pretty much, once I finish upgrading both of these. And after that, I'll actually be able to buy more towers, or just I'll have more money because of it, just because of how useful it is, I guess. But alright, so I know that these can actually pop a single, what's it called, a single MOAB. Even if it gets passed on this side, it will still pop it on the other side, so I don't really have to worry about that. Just for when there's multiple MOABs, then that's going to be a problem, but I don't really have to worry about that for too much longer. or until a while bit later. I don't know what I'm saying, but once I get the overclock ability, what's really cool about that is that it's an activated ability that increases the power, or the popping power, or attack speed, or something of a single tower that you upgrade or use it on. But its cooldown time and its activation time, I think, are pretty much the same, or I think the cooldown time is actually faster than the amount of time it's upgraded, so you could essentially keep one tower upgraded constantly as the overclock ability, I think. Unless it's a bug or I'm not understanding something, but I think it's pretty cool the way that happens, the way you can do that. But now I've got about 5,000, almost, yeah, now 5,000 cash, and still, now I've got 6,000. So now by the end of this round, I should have enough for the overclock ability. And obviously the turbocharge ability is not always active, which is one of the things I don't necessarily like about... Alright, there we go. So now the boomerang thrower, it's not quite as increased as the turbocharge ability increases it, but combining the two should make it look like it's just shooting a solid beam of glaives, which I think is pretty awesome. Alright, and as you can see here, the overclock ability, the target tower becomes superpowered for 60 seconds, and it takes less than 60 seconds for it to recharge, because you can see that sort of pulsing effect around the bionic boomer. And you can see it's almost a little bit faster, sort of like double time, I think. And then after a while, it just goes back to 1 because of that overlap of when you can use 2 overclock abilities. Which means that if you have like 3 or 4 monkey engineers, you could probably, or 3 or 4 monkey engineers with the overclock ability, you could probably stack overclock abilities to like 6 or 7, I suppose, depending on how efficiently you could time that. So I think that's pretty cool. I haven't really tested whether or not that actually increases the attack speed, like if the attack speed bonus actually stacks, which I kind of want to test now. And oh no, I'm leaking a couple, just a few, which is good, or good that it was only a few, but of course not good that I was leaking some. But okay, almost lost some, but now almost have enough for the call to arms ability. Alright, there we go. So now that doubles the super monkey attack rate, I think. Let's see what it says. Yeah, it doubles the attack speed and popping power, which I think means like the number of balloons that it can pierce through, which is pretty cool, pretty awesome. Let's see. I'm actually now gonna work on building more overclock monkey engineers to see if I can really stack those effects as well as I think I can. Alright, so the overclock, turbocharge, and the Monkey Intelligence Bureau call to arms, and of course I do that as soon as there's no balloons right there, so I really couldn't use that to its fullest, but yeah, it's alright. Let's see. Still need a little bit more money for the overclock, and of course I should have used it on the BFB. That would have been a much better use of it. But oh well. Now I've got 2 overclock abilities that should be going and stacking, and I think they are stacking. I'm not really sure. Can't really tell that well. But again, just building another monkey engineer to help out with more overclock ability. And this is actually a strategy that's much different from the ones I usually use, because I normally really don't like using activated abilities, just because I don't want to rely on stats that are temporary. Like, because obviously I can't always have turbocharge and the call to arms and kind of overclock, I guess. And it can technically always have overclock on, especially now with 2, but you know what I mean? Like, the turbocharge ability and the call to arms ability aren't always active, so I can't always rely on my boomerang thrower to be as awesome as he is right now. Which, I don't know, it adds to a bit of unreliability, which can make for some dangerous strategy, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but it's really hard for me to explain some things sometimes, partly because I'm thinking about the game and trying to strategize and everything, but yeah. There's one thing that I was kind of thinking about talking about, or contemplating, discussing. I don't know how to say that, but alright, so here, this round, there's going to be a lot of ceramics that are really tightly packed. They're ceramic clumps, as I call them, which, see, this is one of the problems, because here, I've got the overclock abilities going, which is pretty cool, but I was only able to use the turbocharge and the call to arms on one of those waves of ceramic clumps. There's going to be a lot more ceramic where that came from, so this isn't very good, because now I can't reliably rely on, or I can't actually rely on my boomerang thrower to get the job done, because his stats are not constant. So right now, when there's this giant wave of ceramics that are going to break through my defenses right now, dang it, I should have saved beforehand. Ah, man. Dang it. Alright, well, see, that's why I don't use activated abilities so much. Alright, let's see. How do I defeat that? Glaive Ricochet generally is the answer to ceramic clumps, and hold on, these sentries are in the way. They're built by the monkey engineers, and sometimes they just kind of get in the way. But alright, so just gonna get a couple Glaive Ricochet in here, because they're really good at dealing with ceramic clumps, or really any clumps in general. So let's see, just one more. And when I use the continue, it actually gives me some extra money, which is pretty nice, but I actually don't need that, I suppose. Alright, so now I'm going to use the overclock ability on some of these Glaive Ricochet, which should increase the attack rate of the Glaive Ricochet, which is going to be pretty nice, because one of the biggest flaws or weaknesses of the Glaive Ricochet is that they don't have very good attack speed, and obviously their greatest strength is that they can ricochet from one balloon to the next, basically without limit, without any limits on how many balloons they can pop through, which is really helpful. But then, of course, like I said, their biggest weakness is attack speed, because they're really good at attacking a bunch of lower-tiered balloons, but not quite so effective against single higher-tiered balloons, meaning like MOABs and blimps and stuff, because those need a lot of layers, or those have a lot of layers that need to be popped, while the lower ones only need like 6. Because I have 5 double Renga Glaive Lords, or Glaive Throwers, because Glaive Ricochet or whatever, that's shredding off 10 layers per throw, and now I've got even faster attack speed because of these overclock abilities. So that's actually really effective at just destroying these pretty well. And then just getting the double attack speed, which actually affects all the other towers as well, not just the not the boomerang thrower. So now that should be pretty good. That's why I don't really like activated abilities, because you can't really depend on them for long, strung out waves like that, especially like the ceramic clump wave. So that's why I tend to upgrade things on the left side rather than the right side, because the left side is more consistent, I guess, because it's not an activated ability. But obviously the activated abilities can be useful, like right now, especially the overclock, because of how well that does its job, I guess. Let's see, so just upgrade once more to the Glaive Lord, and then might as well get 2 more Monkey Engineers with the overclock ability, just to be able to get all of these on overclock, It's just because that'd be nice, I suppose. Let's see, what round is this? 68. Yeah. Increase the double attack speed, just to be sure that I can get through that MOAB. I mean, not the MOAB, the BFB. Alright, let's see. Of course, as we get into these harder rounds, obviously it is harder, so you need a little bit more strategy. And again, I was saying at the beginning of the level about how I don't really listen to advice because whatever I'm doing right. I guess that wasn't what I said, but that wasn't a good, accurate depiction of life. But despite not having the world's most amazing strategies, I am able to win more or less all the time. But obviously this time I did not. I had to use a continue. But that I'm actually okay with because I'm not gonna like think, oh, I lost this round, I really need to take in more advice, because I was using a strategy that I don't usually use and I didn't really like, and that's why I lost, because I was using activated abilities and not just relying on the actual power of a consistent tower. So yeah, that's why I lost, and that's why I'm not going to take this as an example of why I need to listen to more people's strategies. Just like I said, because that wasn't really my usual strategy, and can't really judge my overall performance on one flawed strategy that I used. But anyways, so yeah, that's basically why I'm still not gonna be listening to anyone's strategies, which is a terrible thing to do, because I should take in advice and wisdom and counsel and stuff from other people, and I did not mean to use that yet. Let's see. Alright, now I can use all these overclock abilities, which I wish there was a hotkey for, which someone commented on one of my videos saying that there was a hotkey for selling. You could just use backspace, and I didn't know that. So if you know any other hotkeys that I'm not using, I mean, obviously I know that these towers all have their own hotkeys, but I just prefer to click on them because I don't memorize all their hotkeys. But if there are any other hotkeys, like for using activated abilities, that'd be nice to know. It'd be nice if these had a hotkey, rather than always have to click over here on the side. But so yeah. Let's see, just constantly using these overclock abilities just to see all those blue pulsy wave light things. Also, random thing, in case any of you are interested in Dungeon Defenders, Dungeon Defenders 2, the pre-alpha test defense council thing, it was originally thought to be as a NDA agreement thing, where non-disclosure agreement, where you can't say anything about the getting into the pre-alpha or what happens in the pre-alpha or anything about it. Apparently you're not supposed, it was assumed that you're not supposed to say anything about it at all, ever. But then yesterday was like the first real test where people can actually play the pre-alpha, and it was going on for like 4 hours, I think. And the Trendy Entertainment, the people that actually made Dungeon Defenders, were actually tweeting links to people streaming, or at least one person streaming the game, and they gave permission for people to record their footage and upload it and stuff. It's like, sweet, that actually sounds like something I would like to do. Not just like, oh hey, look at me because I'm awesome, but that obviously would not be my mentality, but just to give extra insight, I guess, to anyone that missed out on getting on the beta, or it's not the beta, it's the pre-alpha, which is something that I feel like can't be stressed enough. It's the pre-alpha, which, if you know what that means, it means like before the actual game comes out, they come out with a beta, which is where you test it for bugs, and it's not the full game, but you know, most of it and everything. And before the beta, there's the alpha, where it's like even more skin and bones, and they're barely working on any features and everything. And then there's the pre-alpha, where it's like before it's bare skin and bones, like even less skin and bones, like that kind of thing. Like this is not a 100% accurate representation of the final game. There's still plenty of work to be done on it and everything. And with that in mind, this game looks amazing, because it's just so well developed already in its pre-alpha stage. like if you're familiar with the Dungeon Defenders, you only get 2 towers and 2 abilities per hero, and there's only the 4 main heroes. So it's definitely not a full game, but for what it is, like the gameplay and stuff, and whether or not there's bugs, like it looks really good. Like especially even the graphics. Like generally in alphas and betas, the graphics are the things that usually suffer the most, but the graphics still look pretty good on this game. My only real complaint, I guess, is just that I don't have a very good computer, so I have to play on like the lowest graphic settings, and then it's still kind of laggy, which could have a little bit more to do with internet connection rather than computer problems, but still, like the game looks really good, especially for being a pre-alpha, so props to Trendy Entertainment for making Dungeon Defenders 2 so awesome. And it makes me really excited for what the final game is actually going to be. So yeah, if you're interested, I could record and upload some of that the next time we play. We can't just play all the time like the Bloons Monkey City beta. It's not, because again, it's pre-alpha. It's not going to be the same as a beta. So yeah, there's that. But let's see, I've got so much money right now in this game, not in real life. I wish I had so much money in real life, but I've got so much extra cash that I'm not doing anything with because of these activated abilities, I guess. But you know what? I'm actually going to stop using overclock on all of these and just start using overclock on one of these glaive lords, just to see if I can tell the faster attack rate or something, because that'd be pretty interesting to see if the attack rate on that one glaive lord actually like quadruples or something because of all the overclock abilities. And you could see just the light, the way that it's just pulsing off of it, which I think is so cool. And I still can't really tell because there's so much clutter on the screen, so much going on and everything. It's hard to tell because it also has this low attack speed in general. But you know what? How about we place this super monkey? Might as well put it way over here. And instead of, oh wow, wow, I just built that entire technological terror. Alright, so now, alright, wow, it still doesn't have enough range to pop MOABs from way over there. That's interesting. But, just in case any MOABs or blimps or whatever get all the way over here, then I'm going to use the 5 overclock abilities on it. And actually, because you're able to stack a single overclock, like because they have a faster cooldown than their activated ability, I guess. Oh, so it is actually able to attack BFBs from this range, but not MOABs. I'm actually going to keep using overclock, even right now. My nose. I don't know why, but my nose keeps getting congested whenever I'm doing a Let's Play for some reason. It's like I'm allergic to Let's Plays. That's terrible. But I'm allergic to my job, and it's not even anyways. I'm going to keep using overclock ability on this technological terror in hopes that it will actually increase its attack speed and popping power hopefully tenfold, because that'd be pretty awesome. But I can't really tell the difference. Like maybe it's just the popping power, like how much it pierces, or maybe it doesn't actually stack and only the visual effect stacks or something. I don't know. If you know, leave in the comments, because I have no idea, obviously. But I think that's pretty cool, the way that the light stacks and everything. Very interesting. And obviously, these rounds where there's just a long stream of balloons, having 5 glaive lords just destroys those rounds because of the way that the glaive ricochet works. Plus having all these other towers that are obviously very helpful as well. It is always nice. Alright, so just more overclock. Come on. More overclock. Because there's moments where it's like almost ready, like half a second ready, or half a second until it's ready or whatever, and then it looks like it's ready and I click it and then, oh no, it's not ready, so I have to go back, click it again, and blah blah blah. Alright, let's see, what else can I build? There's nothing to do, nothing to spend all this money on. Why not throw in a high energy beacon just for the fun of it? Why not? You know, it's like, por qué no? Oh man, if you get this, this joke I'm about to say, it's not really a joke, but if you get what I mean, whatever. There's a Pokemon named Why Not, and I named it por qué no. So I guess if you know Spanish, then you'll know why that's funny, I guess. I thought it was hilarious. I don't know why I thought it was so hilarious, but it's pretty funny to me. Alright, so yeah, obviously I stopped with the overclock, because I can't even tell the difference, but, alright. That technological terror obviously is able to totally destroy, or at least help to totally destroy the BFBs. I've got so much money in the game, so it's always nice to have a buffer. It's not really a buffer, it's just a nest egg, I think you would call it. Of course, in the episode 100, I got up to over $1 million cash, which was just so ridiculous because I had nothing to spend that on. I had no reason to spend that much money. And now, let's use all the overclock abilities, and then the call to arms to make sure that it is double attack speed and just still not completely 100% destroying it. And of course now it's out of the range, so I still can't even attack it, but obviously the high energy beacon and all the other towers are very helpful in totally destroying it. So huzzah! I won, technically. I mean, there was that one wave where I lost, but we don't talk about that wave. And I could be using Big Blue Sabotage. Ninja Monkey success. All boss Bloons, MOAB, BFB, ZRMG, enter play 50% health, gotta love all things ninja. Yeah, that'd be awesome. But you know what, just for fun, even though this episode's already long, I just feel like doing a MOAB Madness just for the fun of it. Just a little bonus clip, I suppose. Let's see, as Super Monkey, or actually, wait, Monkey Village first, then Super Monkey. Oh wow, I do have enough for technological terror and all that. That's just going to increase my range. It's alright. Let's see. Let's see how well this does. I don't think it'll win, but let's see. Because I'm also going to use the activated ability with the Balloon Annihilation ability, which just destroys everything really close to it, so that's pretty awesome. And also now I can increase attack rate, so that's nice. But alright, obviously I've only got that one activated ability, and it's going to take a while to reload. Might as well throw in another Super Monkey, just for the sake of having another Super Monkey to help out. And this might actually, maybe. No, probably not. Unless I was fast enough to, let's see, sell this, get another technological terror, use the ability, place down another Super Monkey, get it ready, sell that, make that technological terror, which actually I don't even need to use the ability anymore, but huzzah, that was easy. Just for the fun of it. And again, I know this episode is already pretty long, but now I'm going to do that with Big Blue Sabotage and see how well I can do with that. So let's see. That's actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought I wasn't going to be able to do it unless I had Big Blue Sabotage, but let's try this again. Extra range, and now that they have half health, it's much easier to destroy them. And then once they get around, like all the way around the technological terror, then I'll use its Balloon Annihilation ability to help get rid of them like that. That's just so amazing. And then, like I showed off, kind of go slow-mo, or at least not fast forward. And especially with Monkey Tycoon, then you can just use the ability again once the balloons are closer around it. See, that's just too easy. Alright, so that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.